Two Poor Artists, where we're poor at being independent, but mostly we're poor at making art. My name's Benj.
And my name is Isaac. And we would like to wish a very happy, early Independence Day to all of you fellow Americans.
Mm-hmm. It's one of the most important holidays in the world.
Which is why, apparently, we have never actually drawn it.
Yeah, we drew freedom the first year.
And we drew independence.
No, we drew anniversary.
Anniversary, because it was the anniversary. But today, we are going to be drawing the actual name of today's American holiday. Yes, the 4th. No, it's... See, here in America, that's exactly the problem. We call it 4th of July, I feel like, more than we actually call it Independence Day.
Yeah.
Because what's more American than just shortening and simplifying and perfecting that? Not only have we claimed Independence Day, we've claimed that date on the calendar.
Yes.
That's the American way.
The whole date, it's ours.
Yeah. Lots of countries have an Independence Day, which, let's be fair, it's not quite as independent as we are because they don't have quite as much freedom.
To be truly independent, you have to have freedom.
America, yeah. Yes. But we have claimed July 4th for our very own, and that is our Independence Day, so that is what we shall draw.
Independence Day. That's the title of this drawing. just in case you're still confused.
Yeah, just trying to think if there's any more clarification needed. I don't think so, though. So, what are you going to do on Independence Day, Benj?
I'm going to be at a youth camp thing.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're not even... Yeah. Like every 2 years, you're out of town for the youth camp that you help at.
Yeah.
It happens to fall...
Yeah, I don't know why they choose it. It's probably because it's cheaper.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Like no one else is gonna be there. So
that's true. Who wants to rent out the camp on the day you're supposed to be grilling and setting off fireworks? At least that's what most people do. I feel like.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be gone for the whole week.
It's true.
Yeah.
Do you guys set off fireworks out there in the middle of Nowhereville?
Last time we didn't. Last time was also a weird one because it was like the official convention thing was like canceled that year.
Really?
Yeah, and so it was just like a less
like
official.
A bunch of you out in the wilderness fending for yourselves.
Exactly. But nothing like that. We still went to like a camp. It was just a different one. And it was with like less people. So, and I didn't actually go the 2 years before that. So this will be the first time I've gone to the official one, actually.
Oh, really? For some reason, I thought you had been more times than...
No, there was something else that we went to. But yeah, I've only gone. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know how it works. Me,
on the other hand, I'm going to be back here celebrating in America. Well, I guess you're going to be in America too.
Yeah, I'll still be in America.
You're going to
we're not.
You're going to like Utah or Nevada or
weird.
Colorado. Where are you going? Your state?
I believe it's Colorado.
You should probably figure that out before you drive there. But not too far.
It's such a long drive. You kind of just drive a direction. You don't really need to know the destination.
Is that so?
Yep, that's how it works.
I'm going to try the whole nose first style that I invented the other day. Accidentally.
You mean mouth first?
Oh, sorry, mouth first, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that worked out pretty well.
Yeah, it was surprisingly good. Like, it took a second to realize what the faces were, but it was pretty impressive once you did.
Well, I'll take that for the compliment. I hope it could be.
This looks like eyes, beady eyes first.
Nope. It's ye old mascot of Independence Day.
A
bulbous head
with spots on them.
What are you talking about? These are two heads, obviously.
2 heads. Okay, see, I thought the whole thing was one head, and those were the eyes. And they had like... They were like drooping.
I can see how you would believe that, but
like at first I just thought it was like one eye had a scar, but then you did it twice, and then it was like, are the eyes melting?
No, because everybody knows the mascot, the official mascot of Independence Day.
Uncle Sam?
No, he's like the July 4th mascot. There's a July 4th mascot and a Independence Day mascot, because really, if you say Independence Day, and I feel like this is one of the reasons we actually have kind of settled as a country on calling it July 4th, is because there's a very famous movie called Independence Day that I think came out like on or around Independence Day, like back when we were babies.
I feel like it was called 4th of July before Will Smith was even born.
Well, I mean, like, it was, yeah, but like, I think this helps solidify like, we're calling it July 4th from now on. You know? Mm-hmm. Because people just like, what? You mean you're celebrating the movie? No, we're celebrating the day in which...
But wasn't Will Smith's character, like, wasn't Will Smith just a picture on the frame, and it was, like, the main character was, like, supposed to be the son of Will Smith?
No, what are you talking about? That was After Earth.
No, not, like, Will Smith wasn't even in the movie.
What? Yes, he was.
Independence Day.
You're talking about the sequel to Independence Day.
Oh, okay. I've never seen the first one.
What? You've never seen Independence Day? It's so much better than the Oh, that's right. Because we went and saw the sequel in theaters, and you liked it.
Yeah, the sequel was good.
And I didn't like it.
It was
at
just
all, because it was just
people fighting the aliens, and
well, I mean,
that's
that's
crazy scientist with the kids in his truck driving around.
Yeah, but you didn't see the original crazy guy in the first one, and come on, like an actor who's supposed to be Will Smith's son or actual Will Smith, which one would you rather see in a movie?
Well, Will Smith is the right answer. He had a picture.
Okay, that does not qualify as being in a movie. Just for the record.
He probably got paid a lot.
They probably that's probably true, but
that's how I want to be in movies.
Just
like look, give me a couple $1,000s and you can use my picture in one scene.
Well, one day when there's like a movie about the two poor artists. Mm-hmm. And I'm not talking like a documentary, because there'll be plenty of documentaries. I'm talking about like
those
dramatization where like two famous people play us.
And like we play like some other character.
Yeah, we're like background characters. We're like the Easter eggs of the movie.
Right, yeah.
You know, like we're in the background like painting with color and, you know, using paintbrushes. Like people are like...
And then like the actual two poor artists come make fun of us.
Yeah, that would be... Yeah, they're like scolding us in art school for not our art school.
Yeah, so that we open up in real life that the movie talks about.
Yeah, it's going to be on the 29th floor of our hotel.
Right. And we teach it.
Yeah.
And in the movie, the actors play us teaching it, and we're students in it doing everything wrong.
It's going to be wonderful. So Hollywood, take note of how wonderful it's going to be.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, you should go see Independence Day, like tonight.
Are you talking to me?
No, yeah.
People,
well, no, I mean,
like the audience.
If you haven't seen it, you should rewatch it. And if you have seen it,
if you haven't seen it, you should rewatch it. So like they have to watch it twice immediately.
Yeah, to make up for all the years you should have been watching it every July 4th. You know what I mean.
Oh,
it's how it works.
The second one's pretty good.
See, I really didn't like the second one. But that's because I watched the first one. And
see, if I watch the first one now, though, it's going to be so old.
It's not that old.
It's not going to be good.
It's not that old. Like, it's not that new, but it's... I feel like... there's
probably
some
the odds of it standing up.
See, no, but this is the thing. It was in that weird era of like the 90s where it was like in between them using CGI and not using CGI. Like, it has some really famous scenes of some like the Empire State Building gets blown up.
Right.
And it's like an amazing scene where they did like the whole miniature Empire State Building thing, you know, and they actually blew it up with real fire. So like it holds up better than like if they had tried to do CGI.
Right. But sometimes that also doesn't hold up well because it's like clearly that's a model and they also used CGI flames, so it's like that actually looks worse.
Yeah,
than if they would.
But like think about the original Jurassic Park movie, right? Like the parts of the Jurassic Park movie that look really good are the parts where they were still using like puppets, like the big T-Rex and the raptors when they're like peeking their heads around. The scenes that you're like, oh, that's a little rough, is when they're like showing like dinosaurs walking and and it's like these huge CGI things, which for the time was amazing, but now you're like,
But even watching it now, like that scene where the raptor peeks its head around, you're like, that looks so much like a puppet.
Yeah, but the other thing is hard is like, it's a puppet, so it's like, well.
Right, but like, whereas if you watch like the new movies, like the newer Transformers and stuff, you're like, as far as I know, they actually have a giant robot.
Yeah, but I don't know. To each his own. But I still think that a lot of movies nowadays even could benefit from doing like more models versus CGI, because sometimes the CGI just looks terrible. And it's like, if they had actually just gotten some model builders to get, like, Lord of the Rings is a great example. Lord of the Rings uses both in the right places.
Yeah, but Lord of the Rings also had the advantage of, for the most part, having humanoid enemies.
Yeah, I guess that.
Like, it was really only like the elephant,
but like when you see like
elephants that they had to
when you see like Helm's Deep and stuff though, and it's like, that's like a real model that they filmed a lot of it.
Yeah. Yeah, with the salt waterfalls.
Oh, that was, in Rivendell they have salt pouring. Like, there's certain things that just like, no matter how good CGI gets, you can do like a real model.
Yeah.
Like,
but modern CGI would probably look even more real.
I mean, it depends. It depends on the. You're right, but it kind of depends on the movie.
Yeah, it depends on the budget too that they spend. Because if you go watch some B movie now, the CGI is going to be terrible. But you go watch something made by like Disney, like, you won't be able to know what's CGI and what's not CGI. Like, they could probably do an entire movie of 100% CGI and convince you that it's real.
I feel like that's actually some of the best CGI is when it's like you don't actually know that they use CGI. Like when they do like background stuff and you're like, you see like the behind the scenes and you're like, oh, like all those buildings in the background were fake. Yeah, like, I never would have even.
Yeah, like you watch the behind the scenes and you're like, oh, so every actor was just wearing a like capture outfit in front of a green screen and literally everything is fake, including the characters. I would have never guessed. Like, that's how pretty much all the Marvel movies are, where it's just like everything. Like, you're practically watching a cartoon, they just don't tell you it.
It's true. It's like I was saying, we were talking about this the other day, the remake of not Little Mermaid, The Lion King is considered the highest grossing animated movie of all time.
Right.
Where it's like, so much of it, like the animals and stuff, people, like, you can tell they're not real, but like backgrounds and stuff.
You can only tell they're not real because they're moving.
Yeah, and like they're talking.
And talking, like in ways that animals can't do. Like, if you just look at the model, they look like animals.
It's true. So here's a weird question. Do aliens have homes?
Why wouldn't they? Like,
well, it's like a thing. How many movies depict like aliens?
Well, lots of times, because you always have to have a reason why the aliens are coming to Earth. So oftentimes it's because their planet became unlivable or whatever, so they're trying to take Earth. And so then in that case, they don't have homes.
Yeah.
But if they're just like a conquering planet, they're like a conquering race, and they do have a home, then
I'm just trying to think of like how many movies do you actually see aliens like sitting in their like living room? Like, you don't. Like, aliens are depicted on like, they live on like the mothership, right. Like they fly down in their little ships and they live on the mothership, and it's like they're this like nomadic race of whatever. Well, you don't get to. My point is, you don't get to see the like everyday lives of
right.
aliens.
Yeah, because most, like, unless you're watching like a comedy, in which case then you have things like what's that old show, the like third planet from the sun or something.
It's like they're like trying to blend in with humans.
Yeah, and they're just like poorly living human lives.
Yeah, exactly.
In comedies like that, you get to see alien life a little bit.
I guess that's kind of true.
Or that kids cartoon Home or whatever it's called. I think that's the name of it.
I think that was it.
Where you get to see all the aliens living their normal lives, and he's trying to invite the aliens to parties.
What the heck does an alien
So
look like?
is this them like in their living room?
No, my understanding of it is that aliens don't have homes.
Oh, okay.
Like they're just like they live in their like UFOs. Like,
okay.
So
you're going with like the nomadic aliens. Like, but are they conquerors or do they just like travel around?
I think these are just like generic. Like they just like live on the moon and farm the moon cheese. And like just generic everyday. Picture your like just most boring bland alien family. Like they have like a 9 to 5 that of course their robots do for them.
They're cheese farmers.
Yeah, they're cheese farming robots. Like they live like the super life of leisure, aliens, because they have all the technology that just does everything for them.
Right.
And their biggest problem is that they're, like we see in movies, is that they're like so efficient at like gathering resources that they like mine their whole planet like bare in like a matter of years, and then they have to go find other planets. And that's when really the drama starts, because there's the
So in this world that you've created here, would it be that like whatever, see, I can't think of like a cheese company, but like would it be like the biggest cheese company?
Not DiGiorno, it's the Sargento cheese.
Sargento,
the guy who has like the nasally voice.
No,
that's this dude.
Okay, yeah. So like these aliens are the Sargento cheese company.
I mean, they're like they're like a small family business.
They're like, guys. Well, it's small for that, like it's that, but they have robots and stuff. So like they're selling cheese worldwide.
Yeah. You know how it goes.
Just trading with Earth. Most Earthlings don't even know.
Yeah, we don't like realize that this is where we get most of our.
Yeah, we're like, oh yeah, cheese comes from cows. Nope, the moon.
Yeah, the moon and the robots that farm it off the moon. Like that's what happens on the dark side of the moon. People always like theorize what's going on over there.
Yeah,
I think it's much easier just to believe that.
Yeah, because I mean, if you're gonna farm cheese, you want to do it on the dark side of the moon because the other side gets too much sun.
Yeah, cheese needs the dark. Everybody knows that. Like, just go watch like a documentary on how cheese is made. It's like, and then we take the cheese and we lock it in a cellar for 6 years in the dark.
Yep.
And I mean, that might just mean because they need to like save on electricity, but aliens are so beyond electricity.
They're beyond electricity.
Like,
so what's that robot powered by?
Cheese. They eat cheese. They're real. Like moon cheese is something magical.
I see. So, is the only connection to Independence Day that they're aliens?
No.
And there's a movie
because
with the same name.
Like with all generic, alien life, there comes a day when the alien child, this is the child down here,
okay,
it moves out of his parents' UFO, and this is what they call Independence Day.
Okay. I see.
Yeah, it's like a big grand gesture, because in case you're not aware, all alien children, like they're born in like batches. Like there's like birthing day,
right,
where there's like 500,000 alien kids all born on the same day.
Right.
A lot of midwives and hospitals get overwhelmed, but like they've prepared for it with their robots. And
yeah, because no one actually does any work.
No, like like birth is just like it's down to, they got it down to like a science.
Right.
But then there's like Independence Day, the day where all the alien kids from the current batch come of age, and they move out of their parents' UFO into their own UFO in the garage.
Right.
Or in this case, just down on a smaller hill next to their parents.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Mm.
That makes sense.
Like, that UFO has been in the family. Like, both UFOs have been in the family for, like, generations. Like, there's a third UFO over here that you can't see.
Right.
That's, like, bigger. It's where, like, the grandparents live.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you just keep moving. You just keep moving up once one generation like passes.
Right.
Like the parents will move into the mansion, the kid will move into his parents' house, and then he'll have a kid, and it gets complicated the more kids you have.
Right. Yeah. The more generations.
The more like there could be multiple.
Like, grandparents gotta die soon.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, my parents died. Who gets the house?
Yeah.
You know.
Is there like dying day too?
Yeah. Dying day where they take all their clothes out together and they put color on them.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you meant like Death Day. There's Death Day too, which is the day where like the next generation dies. Like that's the only way you can do this whole like moving into one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
because everything's planned.
Death Day
is right before birthday day or Independence Day.
Rather. Yeah. It's really hard to tell, but these are his parents up here in the UFO. This one's mom over here, and this one's dad. Dad's like waving goodbye, and mom, she got a little tissue because she's upset. Mm-hmm. I don't really know how you tell aliens apart. Like, they never have hair. Have you noticed that? Like, unless we're talking like the Star Wars universe, and you're like, well, technically they're all aliens.
Yeah. Or the Star Trek. Or, I mean, most
yeah, but
versions.
even in those, most aliens are like reptilian. Like, they have like no hair.
I
think in the Star Wars universe, that's pretty common. Like, maybe
they have like weird things instead of hair.
Yeah, they have like
tentacles on their heads and things like that.
But they don't have a lot.
It's like way grosser and more disturbing.
Like, it's true, but it would also be really weird if you saw one of those aliens with like hair.
It might be less weird.
It'd be like seeing a reptile with hair.
Like
if you saw a snake that was like hairy.
Imagine seeing
I drew one of those once. Do you remember me drawing? Yeah. It'd be weird because she'd be like bald, but she also has something
like tentacles.
Yeah, but it's not like
that are like flesh.
It would be weird if they were
coming out of her head.
Okay, it'd be weird if they were like octopus tentacles. You're right. It's more like smooth arms without hands. It's much better.
Coming out of the head, flopping around.
Yeah.
Like she never controls them. Like they don't move on their own, but they flop around. It's weird, it's gross. That's all I'm saying.
These are stars, but they would look really bad because I keep missing the center. But alien stars look different. But yeah, this is Independence Day, the day when the alien child of that current batch moves out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This alien race seems like one of those utopian dystopias.
It's kind of like what
it's like
what Krypton was before it exploded.
It's like everything's technically perfect, but from our perspective, everything's horrible.
Yeah, no. Like
wait. So you kill all of the grandparents on this day?
It's not that
we need the room.
It's not that they kill them. It's just that they die.
Like pre-programmed that they die.
Well, it's just like we would think it's horrifying.
Yeah, I'm just saying, but it's like everything works perfectly. But like everyone's happy.
But like think about
utopia.
Think about that. Like they don't ever have. There's no surprise. Like there's like your batch is going to die next month. Like have your affairs in order.
Yeah. No, it's like
we all
in
know.
Every way you can think of, it's actually better. But it's
also horrifying. And if this happened, we would be like,
the first time this was set up, there was big debates, probably a civil war.
Yeah, but in the meantime, and that's really, I mean, think about it. We don't really know what happens to most alien races before they come to Earth, because the humans
were trying Independence Day.
Independence. Oh, Dang. Yeah, it's just all.
Yeah, that's how it works.
That's how it turned out today. But yeah, I mean, this is a sad day. What I've also never realized is you never see aliens' heads from the side. Because he just kind of looks like handsome Squidward or something. Like he doesn't look quite right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Aliens have to be looking straight at you at all times.
Like, think about it. How many aliens do you ever see like turn their heads?
Maybe they have like some sort of like weird like field.
Like it always looks like they're looking at you.
Yeah, so it's like you look at them and they're looking at you. Always.
It could be.
It's like
I'm signing my name so small day.
It's like a defense mechanism. Like, oh, you can't catch me off guard.
Like, yeah,
I'm always looking at you.
You can never like sneak up on an alien because it all.
But like you can. You just don't know.
You don't know when it's looking and when it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's always looking.
I mean, that sounds about right. I feel bad for Mama Alien, wiping her tears with space tissue.
Mm-hmm.
Even though her son is like there's very little independence in this society because like not only do you move right next door to your parents on the lower hill, but your entire roof is clear.
Yes.
like they're still getting like texts and phone calls like, I see you left the pizza box on the counter.
Yeah.
Like, make sure you put that in the fridge before it goes bad. And like, I'm not going to say they like look forward to Death Day. I'm just saying there's not a lot of independence. Like, it's one of the things you sacrifice for this clearly perfect cheese farming society. Yeah, this is just how it works. But.
Right. I mean, it's how you expect it to.
Yeah, this is how alien life is.
Yep.
If you don't like it,
don't be an alien.
Don't become an alien. Today's bit of advice from the two poor artists.
Yes. Very important advice.
All right,
just continue being an American.
America. All right, you should probably draw now.
Yes. Okay, let's get down to my drawing.
To defeat the Huns?
Yes. That's what I'm going to do with this drawing. So, I mean, is this the right button?
Yeah, that ups it, but like I said, you can't see it. We've recently changed out our screen, and it messed with some screen settings.
Yeah, I need to figure those out. It's all just like, it's different size screens. All the resolutions are messed up.
Yeah. Nose first style.
Yes, of course. And then you guys should recognize this guy.
Is it Mr. America?
Of course.
The freest of us all.
Let me put that bandana he has on.
If you've never seen a video with this guy in it before,
got his mullet.
Go back and watch our video from a year ago about freedom. Pretty much anytime I feel like the title has something to do with freedom or America, this man has showed up.
I mean, he just...
With his mullet.
He has to be here.
Is it really Independence Day? See, there's lots of mascots for Independence Day.
Our mascot is this guy.
I mean, this is like the freedom mascot.
Yeah,
this is the America mascot.
He's got a big old buff arm because he's got to fit his which remember he has one on each arm.
Yeah, of course. This is the USA arm.
So whichever direction I draw him on, he always will have this.
Yeah, he can't both arms. He loves it that much.
It's like, what else would I put on mine?
Yeah. Some people say, I heart mom. By the way, if you're getting a tattoo and you get a heart that says mom in it, that must have happened in history, right? Or is that just like one of those movie things where it's never actually happened?
There's a lot of like movie things.
It's true, right?
But yeah, it's like the tough guy movie thing.
But it's like the tough guy who's like, he looks really tough, but he must not be
because he loves his mom.
Because he has the I love mom. It's like, I feel like it's like a movie trope where it's like someone was supposed to like make fun of it, and then they like get pummeled by the big muscly man.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, like, is that if you're listening right now and you have a heart tattoo with mom,
got it,
or your mom's name in the middle of it,
gun on his back, of course.
Where's his eagle?
I haven't drawn it yet. It'll be flying in.
By the way, that's a gun. Is yours not like a rusty crowbar?
No, it's a gun. See, there's the.
Oh, okay. Yep. Yeah.
This guy has it. He also has a holster on the other side. I don't want to,
yeah.
I would have had to draw.
Yeah,
it.
he's clearly right-handed.
Apparently, I have an alarm that goes off at this time. What is today?
Today's
Wednesday
when we're recording this.
I guess that's normally for youth group.
Yeah, but youth group takes the summer off. You could probably turn your alarm off.
I probably could, but apparently I don't.
Don't you hate that? Like, you ever do that? I mean, like, I do that all the time. Like, where I set an alarm for something, like, had to be up at 6 a.m. Like, I had to drive my wife to the airport the other day because she's out of town.
Yeah.
And I set the alarm for like 6:30, and then the next day I didn't have to. Like, I could sleep in as long as I wanted, and I still had the alarm set for 6:30 because you just forget to turn it off.
Yeah, because especially for like my morning alarms, I don't have like an alarm that goes off. I have a thing that like changes my lights, turns them on, and like tells me the weather and a joke and the verse of the day.
What a pleasant way to wake up.
But then like you don't turn it off the normal way you turn off an alarm, right? You have to like turn it off in like the Google Home stuff. Mm-hmm. So it's annoying to turn off, like, and I can easily forget it.
You want to know a little piece of history about alarms? Do you know what they used to do before there was alarm clocks? You know, like in the days before gears were invented.
Would they just like wake up?
Yeah, I mean, that's like, you're going back too far. You're going back like, you know, like farm days when like the rooster would wake you up. No, I'm talking about like when there was in like cities like London, you'd have like the town knocker.
Yeah.
They'd come around with these long poles and they'd knock on your windows, like on the second story. Mm-hmm. You know how like in cities people all live on the second story and they like have their business downstairs. They'd like tap, tap, tap on the windows until you woke up. Or in the case of like how you wake up, they would break into your bedroom and tell you a joke and the weather. Turn on the light the lanterns and open the Bible to the next verse. And, you know, they had to pay extra for that kind of wake up call though.
But how great would that be? We should start that service.
The too poor wake up call. Too poor wake up callers. Too poor knockers. No.
This guy's got to have a mustache.
This guy, like, here's the thing. Oh, gosh. It looks like his upper lip has frostbite. Yeah.
And like a goatee.
Here's the thing about wearing a monocle. Mm-hmm. You can't wear a monocle without looking like a jerk.
What, you think this guy looks like a jerk?
I think he looks like a jerk.
Look at him.
Well, so far he's like mostly monocle and top hat. When you're walking around in 2023 with a monocle and a top hat, you're just a jerk. Like,
he's got one of those like long coats that is also longer in the back.
Oh, with the tails.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jerk. He just looks like a creepy ghost now.
Well, he's got legs.
Oh. You never know.
And
no. That guy looks pretentious and
they're
like I want to punch him in the face.
Black pants.
Like what are the occasions where you wear a top hat and tails in today's world?
He's probably wearing like a gray.
You're in like Hollywood and you've been invited to like something stupid like the Met Gala.
Right.
And you're like,
you're doing it just.
Well, here's the thing about the Met Gala. The Met Gala isn't even like the Met Gala is like worse than this. Mm-hmm. Like Met Gala is like you have to show up in like a paper bag or like something something that no human ever thought to wear. That if you're wearing tails, I think you have to be invited by like some form of European royalty.
Or
like when you're meeting a queen, you wear tails and a top hat.
Like I think if you and I were invited somewhere, We could dress up as these two guys.
Oh yeah, no, but like that's different because we're artists. Like
Yeah,
like, you can
artists,
you can look
artists
as
can do anything.
yeah, because you're just like, oh, they're artsy. Like they're
yeah.
It's just it doesn't make it right.
And then I'm going to draw the eagle.
If we showed up as these two, that is a Pac-Man ghost at a birthday party.
It's an eagle flying.
Oh, just like straight up in between these two. The poor tail feather has been plucked.
Well, I haven't drawn the tail feather yet.
Did you know that Benjamin Franklin didn't want the bald eagle to be our national bird?
He wanted it to be a turkey.
Yeah.
What a weirdo. Has you ever seen a turkey?
Yeah, seriously. They're gross.
They're so ugly and gross.
Yeah, like seriously.
And I'm not coloring in the whole thing, but I'm going to do that shortcut method.
Oh yeah,
like,
where it's like
you know what color this bald eagle is.
Yeah, it's like the people who draw maps and they don't want to color in the whole mountain, so they just like polka dot it.
Yeah, because why would you want to? And then it's like flying like into the sunset.
This is Independence Day.
This is the horizon. Squiggly.
Quite the.
It goes right through the beak.
And the guy's lip.
The horizon line with the sunset.
Oh, look at that! Those lines.
Just so, and then this guy's just.
Is this what happens on Independence Day? Like,
yeah. And this guy's like
Monopoly.
Indeed.
What? Indeed. This guy's supposed to be the worst. Like, he's just on board.
The period.
What is this like? This is like.
My point here.
Yes, please explain.
Is this is like art with like meaning. Everyone.
Sorry,
all of America.
Did you say this is art with meaning?
Yeah.
Everything we do has meaning.
Well, I know,
not
but
usually
like,
very meaningful.
Yeah. So this has like a message to it, which is all of America.
Please,
America, like America, man, like those people, plus pretentious, horrible rich guys.
Oh yeah, them.
All of them agree.
On
America.
We're not drawing America. We're drawing Independence Day.
They agree it's independent. Like America is.
So you're saying it like brings us together.
Yeah. Like
it should anyway.
In the freedom. Like both of these guys are free. Because of America.
Yes. No, that's true.
Yeah.
Pretentious to the redneck.
Yes. They can all agree. And now I'm gonna look up independence.
I mean, like how to
spell
word?
It? Yeah, the word.
It's just all E's.
It's just. Is it really all E's?
Independence.
Oh man, see, I would have.
I think. Now that I say that, I feel like I might have spelled it wrong, but
because I definitely would have thrown in some non-E's in there.
E.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Except for the beginning. Imagine if you were just like standing there staring at that guy, either of them. Put yourself in either of their shoes. Like a bald eagle flies between the two of you.
Yes.
On Independence Day.
Mm-hmm. Well, see, I mean, this guy trains him. So it's just like this happens like all like so he goes up to people and he's just like freedom, which is the word.
Yeah.
And then the eagle comes flying in between them.
And everyone's just
everyone's like, indeed.
Yes.
That's the only proper response.
Yeah, like you see a bald eagle, you just feel American.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's just, there's nothing more speaking of independence than this.
Mm-hmm. I think it's pretty cool that we get to set off explosives.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's just like the way we decided to celebrate was like
the only way.
Make things explode.
Yeah. You gotta we have the freedom to explode anything we want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Of course, in Arizona, if you want to really explode stuff, you have to like go down to Mexico and buy fireworks because you can't buy real fireworks in Arizona.
You can get the ones that explode things a lot here. You just can't get the ones that leave the ground.
Yeah, it's true. Growing up, we never had any kind of fireworks. Like, we could have those like little popper things you threw on the ground, but I guess they were worried like we'd burn down the desert here in Arizona or something. But then when we were in like junior high or high school, they made it legal so we could like have like fountain fireworks and like sparklers and stuff. And I remember that being a really big deal because now we could like fully participate in 4th of July.
Yeah, my childhood was in West Virginia. Our friends brought dynamite.
Yeah, well, it's just like every household has dynamite in West Virginia, just in case you have to go mine some coal. Like,
you never know when you might need to go to the coal mine.
Yeah, like everyone has their own coal mine, and like it's like chopping wood for anywhere that has a forest. It's just like, oh, we're out of coal. Take this stick of dynamite down to the cave and get us some.
Yep, we got to cook up dinner
down to the mountain. Yeah.
Yep. Just done exactly how it is.
I've never been to West Virginia or nothing, but I know you, so that's the gist.
That's the vibe I get.
Yeah, exactly. It's just, yeah, I've never had dynamite. That's does it look like it does in the movies with like a red candlestick with a fuse?
Yep. And we put all the fireworks on like a cinder block thing. It destroyed the cinder block.
Oh man. See, like we have like mild scorching fireworks here. Like you could hurt yourself with the Arizona firework if you like stuck your hand in it.
But in my opinion, the ones that were the coolest is the ones that you nailed to the tree and it spun. They spun around. Because see, the thing with the dynamite is you couldn't look at it and you had to cover your ears. You know,
because it's like
for safety reasons.
Yeah,
so
there's a reason we don't.
That in concept, an explosion went off that destroyed the cinder block.
Yeah, it would be cooler to like watch a video of it
because you could do it without like going blind and deaf.
Always best. Best fireworks I've ever seen are at Disneyland. There's a little known fact that other than the U.S. military, the second biggest buyer of explosives in the U.S. is Disney. Because they have to buy so many fireworks every year. Yeah. For all their, like, every day they have fireworks. Or maybe not every day now, but like at least every weekend they have fireworks and stuff.
I remember it definitely used to be every day.
Yeah. During the summers, I think they might do it every day, and then other parts of the year.
Well, but I didn't go ever during the summer.
Oh, well.
Whenever I went. So
yeah. I mean, that's a lot of fireworks. And they do it like synced up with like music and lights, and they do it right. In Arizona, it used to be a thing where we'd go see, like, I haven't actually gone to see fireworks in years. Because
it's kind of boring.
I mean, it's really hot and it's really crowded. Yeah. And you have to get there like middle of the day or in the morning to get like a decent spot to see them. Yeah. Like you can still go places and see fireworks. But the other thing is like there's always a good chance that monsoon season starts like right around 4th of July. I remember multiple times being like at fireworks as a kid, and then they were like canceled because
it was like rainy.
It was windy or rainy or something, and it's like
and it's like no, it's better to just stay home. That's what I always say.
And with that, we will wish you a very happy Independence Day.
Yes, go and enjoy your freedom, unless you aren't in America. Sorry.
I'm sorry too.
Bye.
Goodbye. As always, we're surprised you made it this far into our video.
There's no way we could possibly ask you to subscribe to this atrocity, so we won't.
We would say share it with your friends, but it's probably better for wasting your enemy's time.
We're probably not going to get any better, but we will keep drawing.
See you next time.